Good evening and welcome back to Mike's Plot Point Ventures. Tonight we're going to cover season 2 of Lioness. I'm really excited about this show. In fact, I was sleeping on the show initially, but I'm not sleeping on it anymore. Was it good? We'll get back to you right after this. Lioness Season 2 explodes into chaos as Joe's team is pushed to the edge. Missions get bigger, loyalties crack, and every choice comes with a cost. Cruz fights her past, Joe fights the system, and the whole unit is one mistake away from disaster. I've watched Tyler Sheridan shows such as Yellowstone, really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed all 5 seasons of that. Landman, can't beat that show. Watch it all the time, enjoy it. Got into Tulsa King for Sylvester Stallone. I love Rocky, Rambo, love Tulsa King. It's great. Dwight does great. And then I kind of was procrastinating, but I got into Mara Kingstown and I blasted through all those seasons. It was great. Got some of my friends involved. We just grinded through that. The one show I was really sleeping on was Lioness. I didn't initially get into it, and I watched season 1. It started out a little bit slow, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be my cup of tea initially, but it really turned out to be quite entertaining. After the first few episodes, really was digging it. Getting into season 2, it was just much more intense. Really, overall, just loved the show. Kind of coming off the high of the end of the first one, kind of coming in, you're wondering how they're going to take this to the next level. And in my opinion, they did take it to the next level. Zoe Saldana, you know her from Avatar, also from Guardians of the Galaxy. She did good both of those roles. Nicole Kidman plays a good, corrupt politician, really good. Her and her husband in the show, I think they make a really, really good dynamic. Morgan Freeman, who doesn't like Morgan Freeman? He's in everything, and he plays kind of a jerk in this one. It's just really kind of a different role for him, and really enjoyed him in this role. Michael Kelly, if you know him from House of Cards, excellent in that show, as well as Jack Ryan. Michael Kelly, he just got a niche. He works in these types of roles really well. You could tell he's a highly intelligent actor that really just understands what he's there for. And he's just always a good supporting cast character in these shows. Kind of moving into my thoughts, I thought the action, the storytelling, the corrupt politics, all those things were on point for me. I really enjoy that type of thing anyways. Again, I watched House of Cards, and if you know anything about corrupt politics, that show really takes it to another level. And some of that kind of bleeds through in this. Kind of reminds me of the show 24 as well, with Kiefer Sutherland. It's a really good show. And the show is based off of a real U.S. Marine Corps program. And a lot of people don't know this, and I really didn't know this until I dug into this. Lioness is actually inspired by the Task Force Lioness. They're also really deployed in Iraq and Afghanistan. So that was kind of an interesting fun fact. It looked like a lot of things were authentic. I think they used people that really understand how the weaponry works and how the tactical missions are supposed to go, and that kind of shows through on screen. I'm not a U.S. Marine, so I don't know how all that works. I'm sure there's probably some critics out there who can challenge it, but overall, it was very fun to watch. There was this really cool part towards the beginning of the season regarding a Suburban. If you saw that, comment in the notes below. That was a pretty cool part in the movie. It was kind of like a standoff of the Suburban. Made me actually want to go out and buy a Suburban. Can't afford it, but it did make me want to go out and get a Suburban after seeing that scene. There's also a big showdown towards the end of the scene. Snipers are involved. Tyler Sheridan himself was involved, and it was just really, really well done. It was really cool, really entertaining. Lots of double agent stuff, like concerns. Like at one time, they were doing this really intense interrogation. They thought one of their team members were really kind of playing both sides, and I'm not going to tell you how that went, but it was extremely intense. And the actor that played that in that role, I've enjoyed him in other things as well. It was just really, really well done. Music was cool and on point. Love that type of tactical music. I mean, you really felt like you were right there with the characters, and it makes you want to go out. I do have a little collection of firearms myself, and maybe wanted to go play with my guns after watching the show and the season. So really good, and I think you'll enjoy it if that's your type of thing. The show really surprised me coming in after Mara Kingstown. Mara Kingstown, for me, like I said in one of my YouTube shorts, It was like Gotham City in real life type of thing. It was just really dark and drab, and just really cool. Different form of corrupt politics. Lioness really gets into that tattoo aspect. They change the gear a lot, but you do have that corrupt. I don't know how to explain it other than the corrupt politics is just really entertaining to watch. I give this show an 8 out of 10. I think it's great. I can't wait for the next season to come out. I highly recommend it if you enjoy this type of stuff. They could have took a couple different directions. There's a couple directions specifically in season 1 and season 2 that they kind of revisit. I'm like, like it, hate it, that's whatever. But overall, the season really worked for me. I'm really looking forward to season 3. Did you see the show? What did you think about it? Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one.